Joo Yeo Jeong is a handsome, cool, and quiet young man. But you know what they say about quiet waters. They run deep. A doctor by day and an imaginary killer by night. This story is about Joo Yeo Jeong, played by Lee Do-Hyun, in The Glory. Stick around for Yeo Jeong's complex duality as this qualified plastic surgeon embarks on a mission of revenge and self-volunteering executioner. Don't forget to subscribe to support our channel and turn on your notification bell to be among the first to see our content. Thanks. Yeo Jeong is a cheerful, brilliant, and bright plastic surgeon whose father was killed by his patient, who we later found out was a serial killer. Yeo Jeong's mother, Park Sang-im, played by Kim Young-young, is a director at Seoul-ju General Hospital, where Yeo Jeong worked as a plastic surgeon for some time. His colleagues and patients love him as he brings rays of sunshine wherever he goes. But he has a lingering hidden secret. He imagines killing his father's killer to the point of seeking mental consultation. The killer constantly sends letters to Yeo Jeong from prison, leaving him unable to recover from the trauma of his father's death. Yeo Jeong lived a life of privilege, as both his parents were wealthy and provided all he needed and more. Because of this, he is expected to lead a good life, following in his parents' footsteps. But he became twisted and dark after his father's death at his patient's hands. However, he hid his dark thoughts behind the facade of bright smiles and a lively personality. He harbored thoughts of killing his father's killer. He didn't just decide to do this. The killer had a role in twisting his mind. The killer didn't let him forget how he had killed his dad by constantly sending him letters about it from the prison. Over time, this twisted Yeo Jeong's mind as he fantasized about killing him, exacting vengeance on him. Seeking help, he constantly meets with a mental consultant to snap out of his dark thoughts. But when he meets with Dong-Eun, and she expresses her desire for an executioner and not a prince, he quits his sessions with the consultant as he leaves town to move down to Semyong to be close to Dong-Eun. Yeo Jeong's path crossed with Moon Dong-Eun in a hospital emergency ward. Dong-Eun had fainted in the middle of the streets due to malnourishment and from being anemic. Yeo Jeong was brought in with bruises from a fight he had engaged in. He was an intern, studying to become a plastic surgeon at this time. Dong-Eun's story is a tale of school brutality, vengeance, and justice. She was brutally bullied in high school by 5 of her wealthy classmates. To make matters worse, those around her, the teachers, community, the police, and even her mother, turned a blind eye as her body was seared with a curling iron, leaving scars that would last a lifetime. At her weak moments, she would contemplate suicide but wouldn't give her tormentors the last laugh. Instead, she made them her mission in life. She planned her life around theirs, orchestrating a brutal revenge that spanned 18 years. After their first encounter at the hospital, Yeo Jeong tracked Dong-Eun to her college when he learned that she was anemic and had left the hospital without a doctor's prescription. This was the beginning of their association, as Dong-Eun asked him to teach her how to play the game of Go. While teaching her Go, Yeo Jeong falls in love with the quiet, mysterious Dong-Eun. But unfortunately, Dong-Eun ended their Go meeting when she learned the basics of the game. Years later, Yeo Jeong is a practicing plastic surgeon at Seoul-ju General Hospital, where his mother is a director. At the same time, Dong-Eun is an elementary school teacher at Semyong Elementary School. He never grew out of his feelings for Dong-Eun. He still carried a flame for her in his heart and would question most teachers that visited his table about the profession. However, after 3 years, he runs into her on the train, as she is there to tutor Lee Cna, Hyunam's daughter. This ignited the sparks again, and he exchanged contact with her. He then spends most of the day sending her messages about anything and everything, to which she never replies. One day, he gets a message from Dong-Eun, which surprises him greatly. Dong-Eun had sent him a message about a drug as an excuse to meet him. He runs to meet her excitedly. Unbeknownst to him, Dong-Eun is there to say her final goodbye as her plans for revenge have gained momentum. He encouraged her to pursue whatever she had going on but to date him at the same time. He promised to make her happy. Knowing that she had chosen the path of ruin, Dong-Eun tells him that she didn't need a prince, but an executioner, who would join her in her hunt. Hearing this made him take a drastic decision to quit his job at the hospital and travel down to Semyeong, buy a house, and open a clinic to be close to her. Because of his bold move and show of dedication, Dong-Eun finally opened up about her childhood trauma. Yeo Jeong's first instinct was to ask her if she could move on with her life, leaving the past behind her. This amused Dong-Eun, and she laughed sarcastically. She gradually showed him the scars from the burns she had suffered at her high school tormentor's hands. This horrified Yeo Jeong. However, when Dong-Eun undressed in front of him to show him the extent of her scars, he became infuriated. He tells her, "I will be your executioner, who shall I start with?" Seeing her ugly scars finally capitulated him to the dark side. Dong-Eun gradually started caving into his warmth as she shared her story and the plans she had put in place with him. She showed him her wall of plans, finally having someone who was completely at her side without motives. But then, at the end of the first season of the series, we can see a dark Yeo Jeong, imitating the actions of his father's killer while making scary expressions as he recalls the past. This left fans with many questions and speculations about his character. Has he finally crossed over to the dark side, following the footsteps of his tormentor? Yeo Jeong's easy acceptance and willingness to kill for Dong-Eun paints him in a dangerous light, as he's not afraid to take lives even though he's a doctor, although he's yet to take them. Whatever the cast, we can only wait and see the changes in his character in The Glory, Season 2. Will secrets about this character finally be unveiled? Will the alliance of two tormented souls who were forced into the dark find some solace in each other as they exact their revenge? Yeo Jeong will either embrace his dark side completely because of Dong-Eun or help her escape the darkness that has consumed her life. We can hardly wait for their teamwork and romance to kick off in the next season. Which path do you think Yeo Jeong will take in the next season? Let me know in the comment down below. If you liked this content, don't forget to give it a like, share, subscribe and turn on your notification bell to be among the first to see our content. Thanks for watching, bye.